Presents to all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushai, Bashim, Gakudash, and give the abundance of apostles and teachers great message from our learning the truth, and also shall want for the hopeful elect of Israel. And this probably gonna be a short video because I'm driving. Last night, or maybe yesterday, sometime during the late day, going into the evening, Elder Apostle Rakah went into, this pretty much the same topic. I'm not sure if he got the same scripture, but he did go into the topic of how in the kingdom we're going to be able to do certain things to Esau that he did to us. Obviously not everything, because Esau did a lot of twisted, evil shit. But as far as Apostle Elder Gabar said, kicking ass, because we're going to be kicking a lot of ass in the kingdom. That's what he said. But, we're going to be beating the shit out of the heathen and Esau. And, that's both revenge and punishment. Because, you can't put your hands on the Lord's chosen people. When you go into the scriptures, the Lord's woman, because he likens his people unto a woman. And think you can just ride off into the sunset and get away with it. Not only did the heathen and Esau put his hands on the Lord's people, but they made a plot to systematically, what's the right word? It's another word. Disassemble, not just destroy, but to literally break our people down into pieces. When you go into, I think there's an Edomite that mentioned how he didn't say Israelites, he said black people, but he mentioned how black people, one of the reasons why our people are poor and continue to be poor is because we have no culture. We have nothing to look back to. And you have some of the brothers that go into this. For example, we have the heathen and Esau. Namely, one of the reasons why they're so rich is because they have something called an inheritance, something that's passed down from generation to generation, family through family. And they're able to build upon that, but our people didn't have that. That's one of the reasons. Once again, we have no culture. We don't know who we are. It's saying you don't know who you are, you don't know where you came from, you don't know where you're going, something along the lines of that. But Esau did that, and that's on purpose. Why? Because every other nation on this earth, they have something to look back to. They have something that's been passed down to them. Our people are the only people on this earth that doesn't have that. And what the culture that our people have clung to was what? Being a nigga, rap music, R&B, adultery, wickedness, and that hasn't done shit for our people, but further break us down. I was watching this video with this rapper, and I'm gonna get to the scripture, but I'm saying this for a reason. And there's this rapper that mentioned how he wanted to meet Michael Jordan or some shit, and then he said he was a rapper, and then Michael Jordan says he fucking hates rap, or rap is bullshit or something like that. And for the most part, it is, especially this modern day bullshit. Once again, all you people talk about is killing each other, fucking each other's women, adultery, drugs. It is bullshit. But he was hurt by that because he's a rapper. He's really hurt. And once again, you niggas cling to bullshit. This nigga was really hurt because because his culture was insult. Once again, this isn't no fucking whatever. This shit that you niggas cling to, it's not your fucking culture. Being a nigga, walking around selling drugs with your pants hanging off your ass, it's like being in the fucking slums. And you see a lot of these rappers getting their fucking heads blown back. What type of culture is it where your leaders are killing each other and promoting for you and promoting, and when you go into a lot, there's rappers that talk about how the music that they promote has spirits on them, especially these high-level rappers. They have evil spirits on them, and they influence the youth to do bullshit. What type of culture is that? And they'll admit this. Well, and once again, going back into Job 4:8, because once again, this is part of the reason why Esau is going to get the ass whooping he's coming to. We're not just saying this for no fucking reason. You Edomites, whether you're born today, you're born back then, every last one of you as a nation are going to have to pay. Just like how all of us as a nation paid, every one of you as a nation has to pay. It doesn't matter if you may not have owned slaves. It doesn't matter if your family didn't own slaves. It doesn't matter if you was right along in the field getting your ass beat along with us. If you're an Edomite, you still have to pay because these are your people. This is your nation. Job 4 and 8. Even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness shall reap the same. You say, hey, that's not fair. Well, yeah, it's not fair that our people are the only people on this earth without a land and an inheritance. You know, that's not fair. It's not fair that small hatters, the rats, the baby dick suckers, for those of you who know, that they get billions of dollars shipped to them just because, you know, for an identity that they stole, because they're not really the Jews. They're not really who they say they are. That's why they call themselves Jewish, because the word ish means pertaining to, meaning what? Pertaining to the Jews, meaning to be like the Jews. That doesn't mean they are the Jews. They're just like the Jews. You know? But it's not fair that what happened to them, the HOLO cost, they say that, you know, it's the worst thing, and not only that, you know, the little shit that was going on, you know, they was getting. I haven't looked into their history beyond the HOLO cost in a while, but you know, there's some little shit going on with them. But it's not fair that people, we know, associate that with like the worst horror, you know, the worst horror fest or genocide to have ever happened on Earth. When the Native Americans alone, the murder count with the Native Americans is estimated over 100 million. And literally, I'm not archaeologists, but people who study this would literally tell you that these lands were filled and inhabited with the natives that were here, the Israelites that were here. But how did all of this land get freed up? How did you get all of this free space? I'll tell you how. Your own history will tell you how. Esau Edom went and slaughtered damn near everything, even buffaloes. They literally slaughtered the buffaloes so they could starve out the Native Americans. Look up something called I forgot the name of it, but there's this thing where it happened a while ago, but down by the border, when you had Issacharites and Ephraimites try to pass through that border, I think they would bathe them in gasoline. It's either gasoline or some other dangerous liquid like that. You know, I'm probably gonna make a part 2 of this because I gotta get, you know, to a job. But yeah, like there's a lot of shit that Esau's done, and you people think you can just sweep the shit under the rug. No, you niggas as a nation are gonna have to pay for what you people have done. And you know, once again, you people believe in some type of justice system. You believe in, you know, in what's right. Once again, how is it right and fair and just for you niggas to slide off into the sunset after all the shit your people have done? Meanwhile, you got a kid that stole $50 from a register. This happened a while back, and he get life in prison. Hell, look at this thing. This whole thing happened in Andrew Tate. You have people that are going to prison and getting in trouble off of here fucking say. But meanwhile, you have these old fucks, these niggas, these banking niggas, and these niggas, Epstein, all these other niggas that literally have islands full of children and fucking raping them. And they get to go scot-free. What else? There's this one guy, I forgot where he was one of these larger families that own chemical plant line or some shit like that. But he was in court for you know, he was beating off and playing with his infant daughter. And the judge said that he wouldn't send a guy to prison because he wouldn't fare well in prison. How is that fair? How is that just? And even everyday average Americans are realizing that America's so-called justice system is pure bullshit. But once again, all this evil and wickedness that you heathen, especially you heathen, have done. You think, like, once again, the scriptures say, even as I have seen that plow iniquity and sow wickedness, reap the same. That's what you've done. You sown wickedness. You know, you sown like even that term, you sowed wickedness. You know, like how you plant a seed. You niggas have planted the seed, especially in our people, of wickedness, and look at how it sprung up. The homosexuality thing, the most. You know, I recently heard a brother talk about how damn near every Jake is probably into Transformers. How it's such a normal thing now. I'm probably gonna come back with a part 2 to Shalom.